today. From Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
Well, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway in upstate New York. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I think the development of Josh Allen as the starting quarterback in Buffalo has been rapid. We knew he had a big arm coming out of college. People question his accuracy, his decision-making a little bit. But I think that continues to improve as well. And the biggest surprise, how well he's used his legs to give him an extra dimension in the running game. And give him credit, his completion percentage last season was up 6 points from the year before. He continues to improve.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Number 26, Devin Singletary.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's good for a
good catch there by Stephon Diggs, and no one happier in Buffalo than quarterback Josh Allen, who was looking for that big target downfield, the guy who could go up and take the ball away from defenders and turn it into big plays.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams taking the field and leading the way, the man from Cal, the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
Well, it's not unusual for a team to have a little bit of a letdown after appearing in the Super Bowl. And the Rams had that Super Bowl letdown after their loss in Super Bowl 53 to New England. But it might surprise people that quarterback Jared Goff still finished 3rd in the NFL in passing yards at better than 4,600. They just want to see him cut down on the number of interceptions he threw last year, and they think the Rams can elevate their offense yet again.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Jefferson.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is gone. Complete. Jefferson the target. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Jefferson.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On the play.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st down, it's gone. This one brought in by Jefferson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, gone. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Number 12.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
For the extra point.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Rams 7, Bills nothing.
Allen now on 1st down. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
John Brown with the reception. What a year he had in 2019. Had his first 1,000-yard season since 2015 and had the most catches in his career as well with 72. A very dangerous target both downfield and in the short areas where he can make the catch and make people miss.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and
on the counter, this is Singletary. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Now 3rd and less than a yard.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this carries into the end zone. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Well, the Rams offense getting set to go back to work. They're coming off a 9-7 finish last year, and that might have won the NFC East, but it wasn't good enough to win the West as they finished behind both the 49ers and the Seahawks as well. But what do you see from the Rams this year? Is this a team that kind of hit its peak with a run to Super Bowl 53 a few years ago, and now they're on the backside of that run? Or are they a group that can contend this year?
I don't believe that they've hit their peak. I think that they've had to retool because, let's face it, they've lost some pretty good players. Todd Gurley is no longer there, but he wasn't playing at his peak before he left and went to Atlanta. On defense, they have the best player in the league in Aaron Donald, so he's still around wreaking havoc. And they'll get John Johnson back in the secondary, and a second year out of Taylor Rapp out of the University of Washington, another safety. So I think that there's an opportunity for this team to continue to get better. And the young quarterback, Jared Goff, he's got some people to throw to now. He can throw to Cooper Kupp. He can throw to Robert Woods. And they drafted Van Jefferson out of Florida. This team remains dangerous, but it is a very difficult division. And how about their schedule to start things off, partner?
Yeah, you know, I mentioned the NFC, so I'm glad you brought that up because the way their schedule works out, 4 of their first 5 games are against the NFC East. They play the entire division with a game against Buffalo sandwiched in there. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. To return is Roberts. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills heading out for their next drive. Remember, they finished 10-6 with a playoff berth a year ago, but Gosh, it's now been 24 seasons since a Buffalo playoff win. However, Charles, you think about it, for the first time in years, confident optimism in upstate New York that the Bills might wind up being the toast of the new-look AFC East.
And, Brandon, they're doing their best not to assume that mantle, right? They still want it to be on New England. But let's call it as it is. The Buffalo Bills, to me, are the clear frontrunner in the AFC East. Remember, there's no Tom Brady in New England anymore. This is their opportunity to take over a division. Remember, Brady, he was 32-3 against him in his career as a Patriot.
And they also spiced up the offense. They got Stephon Diggs from Minnesota, Charles, and Zach Moss in the draft as well.
Yeah, you're talking about a true #1 receiver for their young quarterback, Josh Allen. And don't forget, that defense is awfully tough and stingy. And they locked up their head coach, Sean McDermott, with a 4-year contract extension through 2025. This team is primed to be the new beast of the East if they take care of business.
And this one's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Gone. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a 1st down throw, Gone. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Gone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And Woods has it complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Gone. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Gone. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Up until the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee, you might have got some blank stares back, but down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue those types of numbers and beyond going forward.
His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Buffalo.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will make it into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 27, Goff over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
You don't like this.
And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown, Bills.
So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Timer pass to kick off for Buffalo.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Malcolm Brown, the ball carrier.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A gain of 4 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Second and 12. To throw is Goff. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Vernon Butler never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
7-yard line.
The Bills going to take over again on offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's able to find Diggs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. They got 29 yards that time.
1st and 10.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
A pickup of 2.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills will extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. after the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Got a man. It's Brown. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The throw over the middle, taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Van Jefferson, the rookie wideout, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the backfield, he's got Malcolm Brown. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now that'll be caught by Cup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. The 30.
We live for this.
And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Pass on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In search of redemption from the pick-6. Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Pass complete to Cooper Kupp.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. A quick pass to Kupp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Goff on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's second down and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again is gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
From the red zone now, Goff. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because just as you know.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence. Because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. They just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
Allen's pass intended for John Brown. Incomplete.
First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. complete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Intended for Cooper Kupp. Incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Malcolm Brown. It's 3rd down and 10 yards.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.